Hi there! On this video I'm going to show you how I turn the music that I have created in Guitar Pro into more decent sounding things in Studio One. I'll show you the whole process from exporting files from Guitar Pro into an almost finished track, I guess, I hope. And this is not a tutorial, I go through things quite quickly. And if there's something you want to know more about, let me know in the comments. If you want that I go to something a bit deeper, let me know. And if you happen to like it, hit that thumb up, and you can always subscribe. And let's go and see what happens. Okay, let's see what we have in Guitar Pro. I am on version 8 and I have been using Guitar Pro since version 2. So I am quite comfortable using it and it gets me where I want quite quickly. And for this video I have made this really fun piece of music. It's about 30 seconds long, a beginning of a 80's hair metal kind of song. Starts with a guitar riff and a short solo, and then it ends up with a verse. And here we have the lead guitar, rhythm guitars, bass guitar, synthesizer, and the drums. And when I write in Guitar Pro, I hardly ever have an instrument with me, so I just write the way I would play in real life. And once in a while you end up in situations where you have written something that's too difficult for you, and when you try to record you just gotta figure out what to do. One option is to practice. Yeah, you can practice, but if you don't have any time for it, then you have to find another solution. You can record in small parts or do something totally different. It can end up really good. That happens to me a lot. I mean, writing too difficult stuff. So let's first take a listen to how this sounds like here in Guitar Pro. And for the record, I use only the general MIDI sounds, and that's because they are really clear and you get the picture of the basic structure quite okay. So let's take a listen to it. Now we're going to need the MIDI files out of Guitar Pro, so I will just delete everything that I don't need. Now we have only the drum track here, and I will export it as a MIDI file, and let's call it drums. Yeah. And now we bring back the rest of the tracks we need, the bass and the synth, and remove the drums, so that we have only these left here. And I will export them to another MIDI file, and let's call that the rest. Okay, now we're done in Guitar Pro. Let's start doing the drums. I will open Easy Drum 3 first. I use Superior Drummer, but there is this one small step that I do in Easy Drummer before going to Superior Drummer, and that is because I like some humanizing features in Easy Drummer that makes everything easier and faster. So you get a good starting point when going to Superior Drummer. And if you don't have Superior Drummer, you can do everything in Easy Drummer as well, quite similarly. There are some differences, but the main thing is that whatever you do, do it with the drum set you are going to use eventually. So now we will import a MIDI file we created in here and open up the grid editor. And let's take a listen to how it sounds like at this moment. So it's a little low on volume, so we need to bring up some power with the velocities. So let's bring it around here and let's hear it. And now we will humanize. I will exclude the drum and press the humanize button here. So it's much better already, and here it changes the velocities depending on where the hit is in the grid. And usually at this point I just export a MIDI file and go to Superior Drummer with the drum set I'm going to use. But let's just keep on doing it here because I have this open already. So let's take one more listen to the hi-hats in solo so you can hear the velocity. Okay, like that. And we're going to treat the cymbals now. Here in the main kit we have 4 cymbals, but in Guitar Pro, when I exported it or did it, it has only 2 cymbals. So I just move them. So randomly to wherever, so that the drummer is all over the place like the animal from Muppets. And here we have this ending. We may want to have a muted hit there. Let's first change it to crash number 1, and here is this little arrow where you can open up the articulations, so we move it there, like that. And now we're going to do some manual timing differences. Here in Easy Drummer you have this randomized slider. It's for the velocities, but in Superior Drummer you have the same kind of slider, but it's for the timing. So it moves those hits a little in the grid back or what is that called? And anyway, the timing. And now we're going to do it manually. So here are these 2 toms. They're playing at the exact moment. So I'm just going to select the higher one and turn off the snap and move it a bit like this. Like that. So it's like a flam. And here is another. Let's move this like that. And if I remember right, yeah, here is snare drum and tom. So let's move it a bit like that. And what else do we have here? There is this little snare fill, whatever that is, roll. That doesn't sound really good to me. Okay, that's better. And here we also have the articulations when you press that button, so we can change this to a rim shot. Yeah, that's better. And well, I guess we're done with this, and let's move on to Superior Drummer for a while. Let's see what we have in Superior Drummer. Open it up and import a MIDI track here. Let's raise the volume a bit. And I still have this default when I start the software. So here's how it sounds like. Yeah, nothing fancy. When I only had the core library, I used to use this black metal preset. Okay, and then we have the death. I have the Death and Darkness expansion, and here, well, let's hear how this default sounds like. Okay, and I used a lot this Dentex preset. It's really good for modern metal, so let's hear it. And what I use the most is this Area 33 Origin. Yeah, it's a big set. It's quite like a vintage style. Let's hear it as a default. Okay, and what I've been doing or creating is my own drum set, and it's still a work in progress, but let's hear how it sounds like at the moment. Okay, and at this point you can save it as a project here in Superior Drummer or in Easy Drummer, and go and open that in DAW, and you may want to make all the changes in the context when you have all the other instruments in there, but once in a while I come back into the standalone version and start doing editing there or whatever, but the main things are what I do in DAW in context. One step closer to recording. So now I have opened my DAW, which is Studio One. Let's create a totally new song. Let's call it My Song. So you can see how I built everything from scratch in here. what was the tempo? Can't remember. 145. Yeah, that's okay. And first we're going to bring in the drums and open the drums we created. Yeah, and remember the rest MIDI file we created in Guitar Pro. So now I will bring it here, just drag it, and there you have the bass track and the synth track. And for the bass guitar, I'm using IK Multimedia's Motor Bass 2. I have created a preset for it so that it has the VST instrument and some effects plugins. And here's how it sounds like. Yeah. At first we gotta bring it up 1 octave. For Guitar Pro, when you export it, it's 1 octave too low. So let's bring it up and see how it sounds like. Okay, and then I will turn the overall velocity a bit down. It's a bit better, and then I will click this open to get the piano roll view, and I wanna make a little gap between all the notes here. So let's turn off the snap, create this, and let's see. Yeah. So for the synth next, I use a lot of Arturia's synthesizers, and what we need here now, because we're doing 80s style, is let's bring out the Mini Freak like this, and here I have this synth I have created. Let's bring it down a bit and let's see how this sounds like. Can you see the neon lights and see the big curly hairs and everything? Welcome back, 80s. And now we're going to bring in the guitar tracks. I have created some FX presets. Here we have. Let's see what it has in a second. I will just name it guitar left, and then I will duplicate it guitar right. I pan them hard left and hard right, and let's just, I like colors, so let's change this to like this. Okay, so what we have here in guitars are, first of all, I use Kuasa, I guess they're from Indonesia or something. They have really good noise gate. It's free, so go ahead and download it. I use it in almost everything. And then for these guitars, I use Overload THU, and it has this something in rig player. I guess it's JCM2000 or something like that. Okay, and now we will apply a bass, add a bass for the guitar tracks. And let's find IK Multimedia's equal EQ, and let's add a bass for it, like that. And now we're going to add some lead guitars. So here we have this. Let's call it lead guitar. Add a bass, and we have this main lead bass for it now. And rename the basses leads. Okay, and for the lead guitar, there is this effect chain, the quasi silencer, and then I have the Membrini Audio ADA MP1, which is really good. I use it all the time, and it's it has the York Audio Marshall 4x12 cabinet in there. Then there's already an Eventide chorus. Let's turn it off for a while. Then we have the EQ and Membrini Audio's delay, and the last in line is an UA reverb. So I guess time to go recording. And by the way, I haven't even tried to play this song at all. Now it's time for recording, and I'm using my Ibanez Gem on this one. And before this I took a few tries of the song, so it's not totally unfamiliar. So I will show you the whole recording process, how I do it. Then we go to the, it's clipping a bit, so let's drop the volume a bit. And now for the lead guitar part, let's see. Let's raise up the volume a bit. And well, let's just record. Was it okay? The ending wasn't really good. So let's take a few tries. That was a little intricate. I mean, I go like, oops. Something like this. Okay, back to Studio One after the successful recording session. And what I did here just before this is I took the end of the lead guitar part from Guitar Pro into a single MIDI file. So let's just bring it here. And we will add some synth like this Oberheim, whatever it is, I can't remember. And let's just add some basic brass sound to it. Like that, because the lick that I did, it wasn't really good, so we'll try to cover the mistakes this way. Okay, and one thing I can show you that we can do is that because I'm a lazy guy and I wanna add some wah pedal in the lead guitar, so let's just take this Quasar effector and add it in the effect chain, and let's move this a little. So first let's listen how the lead guitar sounds without it. Okay, and now turn on the wah. Yeah. Okay, and now we just need to automate it to go like it would be a real wah pedal. So let's just do an automation here. Let's go, oh, what, wah, wah, like that. Okay, and then I will try to find that wah, and here we have the pedal position. Okay, and then we just start wahing. Like that, easy. That then just switch from write to read. So now when you play it, you can see the pedal moving around. Okay, and what else can we do here? I think I will add some orchestral hit, because this is 80's again. So I will add that. I will use Arturia pigments, and here I have this. Let's see. Like that. And I'm using my Arturia Keylab to record those hits. Let's copy. And for the last hit too. That needs something as well. Let's turn on the click. Yeah, and let's see, let's add some explosions as well. You can never have enough explosions. Let's see what is good. Yeah. And just drag it here. And yeah, that's quite. It's a little... there, and in the end as well. Okay. And then we need some body for the explosions. So let's add a fat channel on Presonus Studio One and put a little of the tube leveler. Oops. And I added some EQ as well. Let's put it down a bit so that now let's take a listen how it sounds like in here. Yeah, it's quite okay. Let's move on. Now we're on the finish line of this great musical adventure journey, or whatever you may call it. And there's one small step we're gonna do before we can start waiting for the nomination for the Grammy Awards or something like that. I'm gonna open T-Rex 5 by IK Multimedia, and just before this I exported the mix down from Studio One, and here we have my song, or our song, for you having supported me all the time. And what I do here is that let's just add a preset that I have made. Let's see how it sounds like. That's okay. Yeah. Okay, that was it. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I liked doing it, which is almost this little. If you happen to like it, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks, see ya.